Today marks a historic milestone for our channel. Thanks to our friends at Monport, we are hosting our very first sponsored giveaway, and it's a big one, 60 winners. Since we are a growing community, your chances of winning are really high. Stick around because we'll get to the giveaway details a bit later in the video. We'll even get my trusty Sovol SV06 Plus 3D printer involved, but our sponsor being Monport, the project I'll be showing you was mainly done using their amazing lasers. We are going to customize this rotating seasoning kit I found on AliExpress. It comes with these nice glass jars and stainless steel lids. We'll use our Monport Onyx R55 CO2 laser with its rotary roller to etch the spice names directly onto the glass. And for the stainless steel lids, we'll bring out the powerful Monport GA60 MOPA fiber laser. Now, this was my first time using the rotary attachment with the Onyx R, so I'll walk you through setting it up with the laser and configuring light burn. While having a MOPA fiber laser like the GA60 is fantastic for metal, it's a significant investment. Don't worry, you don't strictly need one for a project like this. A regular fiber laser with almost any power will work for the lids. Or you can even manage the metal lids using just the CO2 laser, and that has something to do with our giveaway. This is Gergo, and you're watching Gergo Print 3D, the channel where my little nephew and I tackle fun projects, explore amazing devices, and have a blast with space-age tech. Levi is sitting this one out, but we just filmed our adventures with the new Creality High Combo, so you'll see him back in that video very soon. Remember, our videos always come with curated translation-ready subtitles and chapter markers for easy navigation. Okay, let's dive in. Our goal is to customize this seasoning organizer. I got mine from AliExpress. That's the best source for these types of things. There are many options, 12, 16, or even 20 bottle variants. I've put links in the description if you're looking for gift ideas or interested to customize a set for yourself. First up, the glass jars. As we explored in our earlier video about etching transparent materials, CO2 lasers like the Monport Onyx R55 are perfect for glass. We mark these flat Star Wars charger plates then. To engrave cylindrical objects, we need the rotary attachment. Let's get this set up. The box contains the rotary unit, an Allen key, and a specs sheet. Pause here if you want to read the details. Adjusting the roller width is simple. Loosen these screws and slide them to fit your object. As for installation, first let's make space inside the Onyx R. We remove the ashtray and the honeycomb bed. Now we need to raise the rotary attachment to the correct height for the laser head. I'm using a sturdy box and some books. I'm glad I designed the cabinet under the Onyx R with a hole for taller objects. Maybe a future project is to build an adjustable lift. And can you recommend a solution, or should I design my own? Let me know in the comments. We connect the rotary's cable to the dedicated plug inside the engraving chamber. Crucially, we need to disable the laser's built-in Y-axis motor using the switch next to the plug. And one more thing, the laser has a tray sensor. Since the tray is out, I bypass the sensor using a simple clothespin in the back. Important safety step, with the tray removed, the Onyx R is no longer fully enclosed. You must wear appropriate CO2 laser safety glasses from this point on. The Onyx R doesn't include them. I got mine from a reliable AliExpress seller. Link in the description. When you power on, it will home correctly in X. However, the rotary motor, acting as Y, will keep spinning until you manually move the laser head back and forth a couple of times to trigger the Y-axis and stop sensor in the back. Now, let's tell Lightburn we are using the rotary and calibrate it. You can actually take the rotary unit out of the laser for this step if it's easier. Go to Laser Tools and open the rotary setup. These are the settings that worked for me. I measure the roller diameter and calibrated the steps per rotation using the test button. And importantly, make sure to enable the rotary option here. With the setup complete, I was ready for some test runs using random jars and cans. First, I measured the practice piece's height and circumference to define the engraving area in Lightburn. I created a rectangular frame for the area and aligned it to the top of the workspace. Just for fun, I added these traditional Hungarian kalucha flower patterns. This turned into a whole side project I'll show you later in the video. To position the jar, I used Lightburn's positioning tool to move the tool head to the lower left corner of my design. Then I aligned the jar's bottom edge under the laser head in X direction and manually moved the gantry to center the head over the jar. That's the Y direction. Since the Y motors are disabled, I can move the gantry by hand. The Onyx R has autofocus, which is super convenient. I adjusted the rotary's height using my boxes and books, so the autofocus probe could reach the jar surface, then ran the autofocus cycle. I started with the speed and power settings from my Star Wars charger plates video. However, this glass was a little bit different. The marks were too faint and dropped off easily. Increasing the power just cracked the test jar. So instead of more power, I increased the engraving resolution by decreasing the line interval in Lightburn. This creates deeper marks without overheating and cracking the glass. To prepare for the lids, I also practiced on metal cans, dialing in settings for consistent results. Let's see how that works out. All right, practice time over. Now for the main event. Engraving the 12 spice jars, I decided to put both English and Hungarian names on each spice jar to help with recipes in either language. One thing I noticed, smooth glass jars can slip on the non-rubberized rollers. For tests, I used rubber bands on the jars. For the actual spice jars, I wanted a cleaner solution. I designed and 3D printed two simple rings in soft TPE filament using my trusty Sovol SVO6 Plus. Even with our newer printers, the SVO6 Plus is direct drive extruder and 0.6mm nozzle are still my go-to for soft flexibles. These rings provided excellent grip. Engraving both words on each jar took about 5-6 minutes. While the laser worked on one, I could prepare the text for the next, always enlarging the text to the biggest font size. Etching glass does not produce any toxic fumes as far as I know, but I still had my venting system running. I did one jar at a time, but if you don't want to babysit the project, you can probably fit 3 jars on the roller to work in slightly bigger batches. The glass parts turned out great, but marking the stainless steel lids with the CO2 laser was a bit less successful. The settings from the test cans produced very faint marks. With the lid potentially touching the glass during marking, I hesitated to increase power to slow down, fearing damage. And with the roller, it's not possible to do more than one pass. And this is where laser marking sprays are useful. I only have generic galvanizing spray. It can work, but it dries slowly, requires paint thinner for cleanup, which is messy and not food safe. I tested it on one lid, but decided it wasn't practical for all 12. But this problem perfectly introduces our giveaway. Monport saw the challenges of marking metal with CO2 lasers and offered to sponsor a giveaway of their black laser marking spray. They are giving away 60 bottles exclusively to our viewers in the USA. So what does this spray do? According to their website, it's designed for CO2 lasers, 25 watts or higher. Spray it on the metal, let it dry about 5 minutes, engrave, and it creates a durable, high-contrast black marking, perfect for personalizing tools, jewelry, tumblers, and stainless steel lids. Works on aluminum, stainless steel, brass, and more. The mark is permanent and heat-resistant, and the best part, after engraving, simply rinse or wipe off the excess spray. No harsh cleanup chemicals needed. Sounds pretty great, right? Here's how you can enter to win one of the 60 bottles. Share the love. Go to any social media platform that allows clickable links like X, Facebook, Reddit, Pinterest, or even YouTube community posts. Create a public post telling people what you like about Gergo Print 3D videos, and make sure to include a link to our YouTube channel. It's shown here. Submit your entry. Follow the link bit.ly/Mark60Gergo or scan the QR code on the screen now. This will take you to a form where you can paste the link to your public social media post. Be quick and subscribe. The first 60 valid entries received through the form will get a code for a free bottle of Monport Black Marking Spray, redeemable on Monport's official USA store. No purchases necessary. Just make sure you like this video and naturally subscribe to this channel. Unfortunately, this giveaway is limited to the USA this time, but international viewers, don't worry. Use my coupon codes Gergo10 or Gergo20 on Monport's web stores worldwide. They give 8 to 20% off. Use whichever gives you the higher discount. Links and codes are in the description. Okay, back to the lids. While marking spray is a great CO2 solution, the best tool for metal, like stainless steel, is a fiber laser. Luckily, we have the Monport GA60 MOPA fiber laser now. See how we enclose this machine for added safety from fumes and rogue laser beams? I'm preparing a dedicated video about this DIY enclosure. Now, the spice jar lids have a slight bump, 4 or 5 millimeters high. Will this cause any focusing issue? Apparently not. I simply set the focus roughly halfway between the lowest edge and the highest point, and you'll see I got beautiful sharp markings. Still, for future projects, flat top lids are easier. The ones I've linked on AliExpress are all flat. I engraved the first 2 lids individually, making minor setting adjustments between them. Once happy, I decided to engrave the remaining 10 together, aligning them in smaller groups like 3s works best, as the red light preview can flicker with too many complex shapes at once. Once aligned, I selected all 10 and started the job. The GA60 ran for over an hour. Next time, I think enabling the float fill option will be much faster for engraving multiple separate items like this. And here's another little mistake. Since I abandoned the CO2 side engraving on the lids, I forgot to make sure the names I engraved on the lid tops match the names I already edged onto the side of them. Oops. So now 2 jars have mismatching labels between the side and top of the lid. Lesson learned. Despite these minor hiccups, I'm thrilled with how this customized seasoning rack turned out. The edge glass looks classy, and the shiny markings on the lids are sharp and, you could say, professional. I've already ordered more spice organizers to be customized as gifts. An interesting note, Monport told me this rotary attachment might also be compatible with the GA60 fiber laser. The plugs look alike, for sure. Setting it up for fiber is a different process, of course, likely needing different settings in Lightburn. That sounds like a future video, maybe comparing to the GA60's dedicated rotary. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Oh, and remember those Hungarian flower patterns? I engraved a matching pattern on spare lids with the GA60 and turned them into decorative Nutella jars. Could make a nice personalized Mother's Day gift. What do you think? Don't forget about the Monport Black Marking Spray giveaway. With 60 prizes available for our US viewers, your odds are fantastic. If you missed the details on how to enter, be sure to rewind and check them out earlier in the video. But hey, with Monport, everybody is a winner. Try my coupon codes Gergo10 or Gergo20. Use the one that gives you the higher savings and you'll be supporting our channel at the same time. This is especially relevant as Montport US prices might see a slight increase after April the 26th, so locking in a price now with a discount could be smart. And that's an amazing price for the Onyx RCO2. Want to see more fun projects using wood, acrylic, glass or metal with these lasers? Check out this playlist here. If the 3D printing with flexible filaments caught your eye, I dive deep into TPE and TPU printing in these videos. Whether you're using a laser or a 3D printer, go print 3D. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this GearGo Print 3D video. I'll see you in the next one.